What's going on, Charger family? Look, I'm just gonna start this video off by saying this. A lot of you are not gonna like me after this, and I'm just gonna be as honest as possible. I made a video last night. I ended up putting it on private, just cause, like, man, I was emotional. I was mad, but you know what? For a lot of the things that I said in that video, I don't take it back. So I'm just gonna try and, like, now that I'm a little more calm, I'm gonna talk about it now. First things first, we have a lot to talk about, but I'm gonna get our way through, like, the biggest thing, and I know probably that's gonna make a lot of people click off. And that's fine. I get it. You don't have to have my opinion. Like I said, I'm a fan of this team. I'm a believer of this man. But right now, I don't ever, until proven otherwise, want to hear about Justin Herbert being elite. He is not top 5. Right now, he is fringe top 10. I don't want to hear it again until he proves otherwise. And proving otherwise meaning we get a playoff win. I don't care about all... Yes, he has a lot of comeback wins. But we look through the majority of those comeback wins. They're against bad teams. We don't do this against good teams. We don't come back against the Chiefs. It just seems like we end up coming back against the Falcons. Last year was the Titans. Like, okay, cool. That's great that we're able to do that against bad teams. But when are we going to figure this out and do it against good teams? And the problem is that this year now it's been 3 times. 3 times that Herbert has had the opportunity to win us the game. And the worst of it is, all 3 times were just terrible. It was embarrassing. We couldn't even pick up a first down. Did we even pick up a first down against the Cowboys? I don't think we did. And even if we did, maybe it was 1. We couldn't even get to field goal range, let alone get a first down. And I get it. It's not all his fault, but he is now the second highest QB paid in the league. You will be criticized as such. I can't defend it anymore. I will not be delusional, and just because I love this man and because we see his talent, at the end of the day, like, we see his statistics. But you need to turn that into wins. If you don't win, it doesn't matter what your stats are. It doesn't. I get it. You don't have a great head coach. We get it. The Spanos family sucks. They've been ruining these teams forever. They finally decided to start paying players, not understanding they didn't pay one of the most important parts of being able to create a culture and a team presence, and that is coaching. They still cheaped out there. Now, not only did you probably waste Herbert's young career, now we just have to hope you didn't break him. Because the sad thing is, we fire Brandon Staley next year, and then what? Herbert has to learn another offense all over again. And that is assuming that we select the right coach for this team. This team is screwed, man. This was a make it or break it year for the Chargers, because next year we all know what the salary cap situation is. We're going to have to let go of a ton of players. Look, man, I'm in a position where it's just, this one is sad, man, because it's the same crap over and over again. But, like, the worst of it is, like, you know that this season is done. I get that they can still win games, but how many of us believe that they're a Super Bowl team, let alone a playoff team? Like, we have the Chiefs next week. What are the chances we win that? And I'm not trying to don't come from a biased opinion because we're fans. Be realistic. The Chiefs are most likely going to beat us, right? Not a lot of people are going to bet on the Chiefs to lose against us. I wouldn't either. Not the way this team manages a game, not the way this team plays defensively, and not the way I've seen this offense run. It is inconsistent again. Outside of the first drive that we had against the Cowboys, the offense just stalled, and then the Cowboys were trying to give us that game. They were getting penalties after penalties. There was a drive we moved the ball like 60 yards based just off of penalties alone. We couldn't do anything, but they kept bailing us out on penalties, and we still did nothing with it. I don't know what I had high hopes for Kellen Moore. Starting next year, I don't care whether he's on the team or not. I'm starting to see some parts of about the way he runs an offense that I just didn't like. I didn't get the game plan for the day. We couldn't run the ball, but why were we just running it north the entire game? Just north and south. Why don't we run to the outside? What is this play where you motion the receiver, he goes around the QB and goes back out? We've seen that like 7 times, and it never does a damn thing. Um, I I, I can't explain what's going on with QJ, man. But look, staying on the Herbert topic, this game was bad because look, I get it. Like we were just talking about it, right? 3 times, 3 game winning drives. The first one, the offensive line forgot to block. But I mean, I don't know what the communication was like with Herbert and the offensive line or the offensive coordinator. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Then against the Titans, Justin Herbert had plenty of times to finish that game off. It couldn't do it. Now against the Cowboys, to end the game without throwing a first down and an interception. The fact that he missed Keenan Allen the way he did twice, and it wasn't just the misses. He couldn't read the field all game. He was missing wide open receivers. And there was times where it's like he would go back in his drops and it looks like he was he was literally just like eyeballing receivers. Like he wouldn't get off his read. He was just staking to one side of the field. And this isn't the first game he's done this. He's done this all year this year. And again, we can blame Kellen Moore all we want, but I'm done putting out excuses. At this point, it's got to come down. Herbert is going to take a lot of the blame now. We've already been through 3 offensive coordinators, and man, I wish we would have kept Shane Steichen, because he really made Justin Herbert go. But so far, it's just not looking great, man. He didn't read the field well, and I get it. People can be like his finger. I don't want to hear it. He chose to come out and play. You were healthy enough to play. No excuses. I don't want to hear it. And like I said, he was misreading the field in games prior to this. So this isn't because of the finger. He's been doing this. The inaccuracy, I don't know. He's missed shots this year as well. So I don't want to hear it, man. It's just yesterday was a killer because yesterday I had to admit that right now Justin Herbert is not elite. He's not in the top 5. He's fringe top 10. He is not clutch. And I don't care about the 13 come from behind wins. They don't matter if they're coming from behind team. If they're coming from bad teams. That don't matter. How many games can you win that actually matter? I think it just because I don't know what to expect for this team now. I think it's over for this team, and I'm not trying to be that negative, but I do think it's over because the truth is, like I said, we're gonna play the Chiefs next. That's probably an L. After that, we play the Bears, which we should win, right? But how many of you are confident that we could blow out a horrible team in the Bears? How many of us know that this is going to be a close game? Why? Because coaching is going to keep this close. The Jets, are we favored in that game anymore? They've been playing really well, and they've been making life miserable for quarterbacks. I don't know how Justin Herbert's going to look in that game. I look at the Lions. The Packers we should beat, but like I said, I have zero confidence that this team is just going to be able to beat the teams that it should. It's just this team is a mess. An absolute mess. I have to say it, and I can't lie to myself anymore, but this team is a pretender. It's a joke. It's time to just clean the house. Start now. What is the point of this? I mean, the horrible part is, I mean, I guess we can't fully clean house because, look, I think I really hope we fire Staley, but if we don't, oh, geez, that's a whole nother conversation. But if we do get a new staff, I think they need the whole offseason to really just wipe clean the stench of the culture that is in the Chargers locker room right now. because other things were just so apparent today. I mean, the bad tackling, dude. I saw our defense get great rushes, and Dak Prescott just kept running out of it. I saw Bosa, I saw Thule a few times run into Dak and just flew past them. Like, bro, what is happening? Then there was that 60-yard play by Pollard. Like, dude, no one's going to grab him? I mean, luckily, Asante went back to tackle him, but the hell was that? Why are you giving up on the play? Brandon, you had 2 weeks to prepare for a team that just got their ass whooped. And they didn't play great today. But like every other bad team offensively, you make them look better than they are. Dak Prescott hasn't done much this year. But you made him look better than he is. Psst, Tannehill has been trash all season long. Guess who his only good game is against? It's just, man, year after year of this. I'm a fan. I'm a lifelong fan. I'm going to be a part of this team no matter what. But like I said, I think it's okay to criticize, and I think it's okay to admit that, you know what, we're in a position where this team may need a fresh start. This isn't a playoff team. Even if we beat the Chiefs, I don't know what team we can beat now or not, because I don't know what Charger team is going to show up. And it doesn't even matter, because at the end of the day, we end up in close game situations, and then basically it's a coin flip. Are we going to mess that up or not? I get that this was rough for all of us. But I think we do need to start looking for the future. I'm not sure how we do that, because I don't know whether we made a mistake on QJ, because he did get open a few times. But again, I feel like Herbert just didn't see him. But it just seems like we're not scheming him open. I don't know what we do to fix this team. Part of me wants to be like, you know what, let's trade. Let's get some more players on this team. But for what? Look at all the talent we have now. We do nothing with it. Honestly, I think we need to just trade everybody. Bring in some young, hungry players that you can develop, that can build with Herbert, and that you don't have to pay a ton of money. Let them prove it. But I just think it's crazy that we're paying certain players so much money to just be mediocre. Joey Bosa, man, like, this is why I didn't want to get hyped. And I know some people were extremely hyped. I think it was, game 2, game 3. I think it was against the Titans, where he was just dominant, even with the short amount of plays he played. And it's just like, man, don't get hyped, because you know what this happens. He's always hurt. He didn't practice all week. He came in and just can't finish plays. Why are we paying him so much money just to do this? Derwin James, talented as hell. Look, I think Joey and Derwin would still be elite if they had a better system, but I don't like Brandon Staley's system for them. But, Derwin keeps getting the same penalty over and over and over again. We were so undisciplined. And like I said, we had a whole bye week to prepare for this game. So undisciplined. So many third and longs we gave up because of penalties. Man, this one really hurt, man. But look, like I said, Bolt fam, I know some of y'all might be mad at me for what I'm saying, but I don't want to hear it. I get it. People are talking trash. People are going to be eating Herbert alive, but this time, I'm sorry, it's well deserved. He has to prove otherwise that he belongs in the top 10 conversation, but right now he is not. Fringe top 10 if anything, but no more, man. No more making excuses. This team now has to prove it to us, because it is exhausting to invest so much emotionally on this team just to allow them to just do this to us every week. Just to see the Spanos family continuously, make poor choices, try to save money. I mean, ever since Marty, we've had Norv Turner, which wasn't terrible, but it never really worked in our favor. After that, Mike McCoy, Anthony Lynn, and now the clown that's coaching us today. I cannot, man. I don't know what the future of this team holds, man. I was gonna put out stats. I don't even want to look at it. I don't want to look at Eckler's measly 27 yards because we couldn't figure it out. I mean, our offensive line was terrible. Going into this year, we thought this was going to be the year we had one of the best offensive lines the Chargers have had in years, and we got proven wrong again. I don't know what to do, what to say, or what this team's going to look like, but I'm not similar to the Raider game. There's just something in me that's just not happy with the way this team is going. I don't know whether it benefits us to win anymore. What are we doing? I don't know what this team is still. There's still no identity to this team. Justin, I still love you, man. I still believe in you. And it's unfortunate that we have had to see you always consistently having to carry this team. But being 27 and 27, it's no more excuses anymore, man. This is your 4th year in the league. It's time for you to take off and, show us what you can really do. I get it. Coaching is not, you haven't been blessed with any of that. Hopefully the next staff will be able to help you. But for now, it is what it is, I don't know, man. I think this loss really just killed me. I know we're going to come back and we're going to talk about, us against the Chiefs, but for me, this was a Super Bowl or bust season, and it's looking like it's going to be a bust. I mean, we're going to lose a lot of talent next year. We have no idea what's going to go on, what's going to happen with our staff. So our culture is still bad, and we continue to live out the idea of charging football games. And until we can correct that, this team will never improve. That has to become better at some point, and it's still not. Anyway, Charger family, I'm sorry. I know we are mad, and I get it, but sometimes it's okay to admit truths. The only way we can get better from it. Right? Today we had to admit a truth. We can't keep saying certain things until it's proven to be true. This team is not a playoff team. It's too inconsistent. Good teams find a way to win. They find a way to beat good teams. This team is just, you never know what you're going to get. And that's not what winning teams do. This team has zero identity. The culture is bad. I don't know. Anyways, I just had to rant. I'd rather have you hear it, me being somewhat calm, than hearing the video I did last night in my car. But, all right, let's see what this season has in store for us going forward. We'll still talk about it. I know I'm going to be one of the more not most positive videos to look through. I just wanted to be honest, at least my point of view. But let me know your thoughts on what you think is going to happen going forward. I'd love to hear them, man. I've loved to see a little more, people commenting, which is great. I want to hear people from this side of the, line of scrimmage, just because I get it. Everyone's being optimistic, but it's like I didn't see no silver lining here. This team is bad. And I'd rather have us have an honest conversation than just continue to be delusional. So that's my point of view. I hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll talk soon. Peace.